It's your boy Boss Cowboy. Coming with
another one.
Run it up.
Yeah. It's not the switch it up week.
If we locked in, then no switching up.
So I'm coming on a late night tip. And you know, if I'm coming on a late night tip, it's real important. Because everybody should know we've been putting in a whole lot of work here at BossCowboySports and other places, and sounding the alarm on some of the things that could be holding us back from the Super Bowl. So I've been hearing this doctrine of passing more on first down. And I'm gonna talk about it because I definitely feel like it's extremely dangerous. Not just dangerous, extremely dangerous. So we will be dealing with it. So what we dealing with today, and we're gonna take our sweet time with it, is the danger of the pass on first down doctrine before playoff game 1. I honestly feel very confident to say this is the wrong time for that doctrine. This is the worst time for that doctrine.
Run it up.
Another one.
So I want to address it, talk about it with respect. I want to talk about it with measured Kool-Aid. So I'm going to be right back, man. Y'all sit back, relax. Let me get this plane together. Let me fly the Millennium Falcon. I will be right back. Come on, let's go. Boss, run it up. Y'all come on in the building. Let's go. Five. Woo. The late night, I see you. Queen, you still up. DA, you still up. King, you still up. Lord, you up. I see, man. This is a late night, man. Let's go then. I expected most of y'all to be asleep. I should have known y'all was some soldiers. Let's go. This important though. It's important, man. So very important. So let's get it. So, welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. I know some of y'all sitting here like, are you crazy, bro? Are you crazy? You going live at 12? Yeah, I'm going live at 12. Later than that, I probably won't finish this at 2 in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. But this one is very important because the doctrine that's been put out there is extremely dangerous. Okay, I'm gonna get into it, and that's why I'm so urgent. Obviously, I already let everybody know that this week I wasn't gonna be doing a lot of content because I got some things going on that was gonna make it hard for me to get in this studio. So I'm in the studio, so I'm still gonna put in this work because when are we gonna have another chance like this one? And the reason why I'm addressing this because obviously I believe my voice matters. The reason why I'm doing a 2 a.m. show or 12 a.m. show is because I know my voice matters. So if I really do believe and I really do know that my voice matters, how much more does people that's way bigger than this brand matter? And so when you start hearing it being pushed, this doctrine of throwing it on first down, and you know these people have influence way bigger than you have at the current moment, it has to be countered, because I would hate for the wrong information to influence the people that's making decisions inside the Dallas Cowboys organization. So just to kind of come back to it, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. So this is going around, and it's big right now. It's big. What's the run pass ratio on first down for the Cowboys, and should they look to adjust it? And it's a lot of talk about this. And so it's some traps that I don't think some people see, that if the Dallas Cowboys become influenced with the groundswell of people that will want us to throw it more on first down, I'm almost certain from my research that it's going to lead to some of the worst offensive performances. So I'm going to explain it. I'm going to break it all the way down. I honestly thank y'all for rocking everybody that's in the building right now. But I'm going to be honest, this one is not necessarily for the crowd. Like, if you stay down and you rock with me and you go through this whole thing, kudos. But the reason why I'm doing it right now, because the first thing when I finish I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send it to all the influential people that's talking about this stuff. I'm gonna send it to RJ, I'm gonna send it to Shan, I'm gonna send it to Bobby Bell, I'm gonna send it to Nick. I'm not gonna ask y'all to do it, I'm gonna do it. And it's because I know our voices matter, and I would want as much as possible to just give the other side of it, because I really don't want this idea implemented, because I really do know that it's bad. So I'm gonna go through a lot of facts. This is what this show is about. It's gonna be about the facts, especially since I know I'm getting ready to send this to the people that's out there speaking on this stuff, to give the counter argument. It just got to be, what we normally do here, where we measure the Kool-Aid. So, and for those who don't know, when I say measure Kool-Aid, that's what I'm saying in terms of speaking with facts. So let's just kind of talk about some of it. I'm gonna get into the article, and then I'm gonna really start breaking all this stuff down. So y'all just sit back, relax. Even if you gotta catch this in the morning, I don't mind. If you kind of sleepy, you like, I can't do it, boss, go to sleep. It's gonna be here in the morning. You said send it to Mike Fisher. I might send it to Mike Fisher, but I don't hear Mike Fisher actually talking about this throwing on first down stuff. I'm sending it to the people that I know are having this conversation, that's believing this first down stuff. So maybe a counter argument might make them change. I'm not also acting like I'm smarter than anybody. I don't think I'm better than anybody. And on certain things, I've been wrong before. So if I'm wrong, I'm open to be wrong. And so, but I'm almost certain I'm not wrong. We will go through the play by play, and we will prove it. All right, because it's way more than just throwing on first down. All right, so let's just kind of go through some of this. We will go through all of it. So here we go. Let's go.
It's called design run plays 50.
Hold on. Let me fix something. Give me 1 second. I always got to get my stuff to work perfect. All right, give me a second. All right, it's going to work perfect now. Here we go. Listen.
It's called design run plays 58% of the time, which tied the Niners for the highest percentage among your playoff teams.
So let me first stop right there. So we tied the Niners, okay? So the one thing that I want to say that's super important, that was always the goal. That's very consistent to what they've been saying. So think about what they've been saying the whole offseason. What was they saying? We learned from the from the San Francisco game when we lost. We learned that we needed to be more physical and that we needed to run the ball more. They were saying that all offseason. So this is the best way to kind of equate it. And I learned this when I was, getting my degree in entrepreneurship from my entrepreneurship professor. He said one of the smartest companies in the world is Wendy's. He said because Wendy's figured out that McDonald's was a fast food company that became a real estate company. What you mean? So McDonald's basically learned that they made more sales when they put their locations in prime demographics. So it was more about the real estate. So it was more so if we put it in this area that has this many people, that has this type of highway going this direction, and it's easy to get off, we're going to get sales just because of the location. And McDonald's began to put millions and millions of dollars in real estate research to figure out what was the prime locations for their McDonald's. So instead of Wendy's spending millions and millions of dollars to try to figure it out on their own, you know what they did? They just waited till McDonald's would build and then they would move right next door to them. Same thing the Dallas Cowboys are doing in terms of running. That's what they said they was going to do. So the fact that we are already in line with the team that we say we want to model our physicality after means that we're doing what we're supposed to do. But it's being painted as if, so we can't say that running the ball is okay for San Fran, but it's not okay for Dallas. See, that's already an oxymoron. But let's keep going.
The Niners obviously do it quite well, and you have not. Dallas is now averaging 4.1 yards off those first down runs. How are they this bad on first down?
Wait. See, he said the Niners are doing a good job of running the ball. How are the Dallas Cowboys this bad? That's his question. How are the Dallas Cowboys this bad? And he talked about the Dallas Cowboys averaging 4.1 yards per carry, but he called it bad on first down. All right. So anybody that can do basic math, if you averaging about 4 yards per carry, what does that equal to if you multiply 4 times 3? 3 downs. 12 yards. What do you need for a first down? 10. What does it mean if you averaging 4.1 yards a carry? That mean on average, you putting your offense and your quarterback in a position to start their playbook on 2nd and 6 at worst. That's not bad. That's actually good. And this is where they just going too far and don't know it in this first down doctrine. Okay. They don't know that they preaching a dangerous doctrine, but this is where they going too far. And I'm gonna prove it. Okay. I'm gonna go by the play by play. Okay. So let's go back. And I had to double check that. I'm like, bro, did he just say we averaging 4.15 and that's bad? Like, he actually did say that. So let me make this bigger. We go get into this. And I'm going through this because I'm gonna send this to him. Because I want to, and this ain't, trust me, this ain't about clout. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm doing good. I don't need clout. No. This is about trying to win and trying to put the best ideas out there and making sure the right stuff is being put in the atmosphere, because we don't want no pressure on Kellen Moore to do dumb stuff. And we don't want Kellen Moore, especially Kellen Moore, you don't want him feeling like, yeah, let's throw it more on first down. Trust me, I'm gonna explain why that's a horrible idea. But yeah, so I double check and I'm reading this article. And then my boy Truth MDP said that's just fake news. It could be, man. This could be just content. It could be just content. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna send it to Burgers and Blitz. I ain't gonna send it to him. You know. Yeah, he not talking on 105.3 The Fan. He not talking to millions. So I'm gonna send it to them people that I know talking to millions, that I know Jerry and them listen to. I'm not gonna send it to Burgers and Blitz. Yeah, Tyreek, I'm up, bro. I'm doing a late night show because I gotta send this out in the morning. But check this out. So he said, yeah, Dallas didn't average 4.15 yards off those runs. Let me read this whole thing. Kurt said, indeed, why not? Let's take a look at what 14 teams who made the playoffs did on 1st and 10 this season. In those situations, the Cowboys called design run plays 58% of the time, which tied the 49ers for the highest percentage in the group. So out of all 14 teams that made the playoffs, the two highest is San Fran and Dallas. Okay. And I already explained that basically we like Wendy's. You know what I mean? McDonald's, you successful, and you put a lot of research into figuring out the best place to plant your locations. Since we know y'all put millions into it, we go just move next door. That's what we doing. Y'all beat us. Y'all was more physical than us. Instead of us trying to reduplicate everything, we go just copy what you doing. That's what we doing. Okay? But this is where it's a stretch, and it's a big stretch. Because he said Dallas didn't average 4.15 yards of those runs, which doesn't seem too bad. But that ranked 11th out of the 14. San Fran was 3rd at 4.95. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Appreciate the $2, man. Let me see. Make sure they. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I gotta fix my super chats. Yeah, that's what I go through. Now y'all see what I go through. Yeah, so here it's gonna work now. He said Dak on the sender for $2. I appreciate that super chat, big dog. But check this out. See, this is the stretch. So they saying 14 teams made the playoffs. So because Dallas is ranked 11th, they're bad. This is bad. That's where they're making a super stretch. That is the stretch. Because now we talking about the difference between 4.95 and 4.15. We talking about a little bit more than half a yard is what San Fran is averaging more than us, being 3rd on the list. So let me ask y'all a question. Y'all gonna feel me when I ask this question. And really think about this. Who's richer between Elon Musk and Jerry Jones? Or I'll put it like this. Even though Elon Musk has more money than Jerry Jones, what do you call both of those men? Billionaires. Now, one is ranked clearly under the other, but both of them are doing good. And see, that's the stretch they made. Because one has 4.95 and the other has 4.15, the stretch and the reach and the exaggeration is to assume 4.15 is bad. No, that's still a billionaire. In my example, in my analogy. No, it's not San Fran, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all to start your drives or start your downs on 2nd and 6 at worst. Let me give myself a hand for that. So, and that's the reach. And that's the problem. Because if we change, we put ourselves in a very dangerous situation. And let's talk about the danger. All right. So this is the danger. All right. We gonna get right to it. Hold on real quick. Let me get it all set up and we gonna deal with it. No, first let's listen and then we go deal with it. Listen first.
Okay. That is 11th out of the 14th playoff teams. So this team that was running incredibly well through about the first 10 weeks is now one of the worst, especially on first down. They are then 13th out of 14 when it comes to passing yards per play on first and 10. They are at 6.1 yards per passing play at least, but amongst the playoff teams, second to last. So, they're struggling on first down a lot.
That's not struggling a lot.
I guess I could live with more of a 50-50 split. That would be the answer to me. Let's just make it 50-50. We're getting more on the pass, I think.
So he really saying, because right now we at 58%. He's saying take that down to 50%.
We're doing enough providing deception of running, but considering how bad the running game has been, I think right now you hope for a low-scoring game, but once it gets out of control, you can't keep running. You're going to have to end up passing this ball a lot and hoping the aggression pays off. But I don't know what the solution is and what the explanation is on how a team that is so good across the board in season-wide analytics and counting numbers, they're pretty dang bad on first down now, Chiafalo. Do you find any wisdom or answers in what you're looking at over there?
So, he said they bad at analytics. Actually, the Cowboys are good at analytics. Because this is the thing. Your boy Boss done went to the lab. So let's look at the lab. The question is, how many games does the Cowboys win when Dak has 40 attempts? You know what the answer is? 30%. Yep. Dallas only wins 30% of his games when Dak throws over 40 times. So, and let's take a look at some of these games. Let's just look kind of within some of these games. We threw it 41 times to Tennessee. We almost lost that game. We threw it 46 times with Green Bay and we was ahead by 14 points in the fourth quarter. Loss. Okay. We beat New Orleans when Dak threw it 40 times. But see, some of these games are crazy. Like the first time we played Tampa, we threw it 58 times. Dak had a completion rating of 72.4%, 403 yards, and still we lost. Y'all remember that Cleveland game? Remember that one? Dak threw it 58 times. 70%. 502 yards. And lost. So if it's really about analytics, they are following the analytics. The analytics say, not just with Dak, any quarterback, that they play better the less they throw. Tony Romo's most efficient year where he was the runner-up MVP was in 2014. Is that a coincidence that was also the year DeMarco Murray ran for 1,800 plus yards? Aaron Rodgers made MVP last year based on being more so a running team. And he was an efficient thrower on a running team. This happens with all quarterbacks. This ain't just Dak. It's dangerous when you have any quarterback throwing too much. And so this is also the super danger of that doctrine. And this is what most of them don't know. They don't really understand that they dealing with I just got to say it frank. They dealing with a drug addict. They don't know it, but they dealing with a drug addict. They dealing with a dude who's addicted to passing. Addicted. Weird about it. So I already talked about this. I'm going to talk about this some more. See, people looking at Dak, but they not understanding Kellen Moore. The only reason we're not going crazy, throwing the ball all around, is because, and I'm going to prove this later, Mike McCarthy been holding that boy chain back. That's what's going on. Okay? So, even when Dak went down, this is what they don't understand. Even when Dak hurt his ankle, you would think that an OC that has all this wisdom would know, don't put no pressure on your young quarterbacks by having them overthrow. Protect them, build their confidence, run the ball, make it a manageable game. Did Kellen Moore do that? No. With Gary Gilbert, he threw the ball 38 times. It was exciting, remember, versus Pittsburgh. And we lost. Ben DiNucci, his first start. Kellen Moore threw it 40 times and we lost. Dak Prescott didn't have no training camp. Coming off that lat injury, we threw it 58 times and lost. Cooper Rush, the only loss that he had was against Philly when Kellen Moore had him throwing, listen to me, more than Hurts. Think about that. Kellen Moore drew up a game plan to have Cooper Rush throwing the ball even more than Jalen Hurts did. Yeah, I'm taking calls. I'm going to take some calls later, Jimmy. So, yeah, they following the analytics. They are. So we can take a look at some of these analytics. Let's go year by year, if you don't mind. Okay, hold on real quick. All right, so here we go. Here go to analytics. So Dak, when he threw 40 times, only won 7 games in his career. And y'all saw he put up some big old numbers. Big old numbers. But when you just say, you know what, Dak, throw it around 30 times. That number went up to 34. So then, hold on real quick. Let me put my head in here. Gotta put my head in here. All right. So then I asked a question. I went year by year to the stat, because we looking at the data since, we looking at the data because, this throwing on first down is supposed to save us. This is supposed to take us to the next level. No, it's going to take us backwards. Hold on. So we got a super chat. Truth MVP said running the ball and scheme in full way sets up the pass with matchups that favors you. This is the formula to success. Yes, it is the formula. It is. but let me ask y'all a question, because this is about analytics, right? Would you want to win or have a 30% chance? Because that's your chance if you come out there throwing the ball 40 plus times with that. You got a 30% chance of winning. Or would you want to be 70? What you want? If we talking about analytics, when you get behind Zeke and Pollard, and this is for guess what? This is the sad thing. This is for the whole Dallas Cowboys history. That means with any running backs that was in our history, when we gave any running backs as a group 30 plus attempts as in our history, we won 70% of the time throughout history of the Dallas Cowboys. That's literally every game. And so it's in 2016, when we had 30 attempts, we won 81% of the time. 81. So I'm gonna just tell y'all, like, and then think about it. Remember they said 4.1 was bad. Did y'all know that when we lost to Philly, remember we lost to Philly with Cooper Rush? They was only averaging 3.5 on the ground. But the difference is they stayed with it. They had 39 attempts at it though. See, when you watch that game, Philly was controlling us. And they wasn't even getting what we was getting on first downs. So we averaging 4.1 yards on first down, and they beat us averaging 3.5. But let them say it, that's bad. That goes to my original question. What's the difference between Elon Musk and Jerry Jones? Both of them are billionaires. One just more billion than the other, but both rich. That's the running game to the Dallas Cowboys. That's the running game to Mike McCarthy. That's what makes us win. So hold on real quick. So let me break this down just a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to just talk about this. Okay. These are the important things that I want people to understand. First of all, predictable is good when it works. See, the problem is they was talking as if predictable is bad. No, predictable is actually real good when it works. So let's just look at the title. All right, let's look at this title again. And this is by Kurt Daniels and Nick Eatman. Okay, so they combo wrote this. All right. First down calls getting too predictable? That's the question. Is it getting too predictable? Well, my answer is, who cares? And I'm going to say it like this. And I want you to really think about this too. If you want to take the heart out of a man, what's up, West Coast? I see my boy West Coast in the building. If you want to take the heart out of a man, go right where he think he got his strength and take it. That's where predictable can be good, when it works. What do you mean, boss? Well, let me explain. So let's say if I'm getting ready to fight somebody, right? I'm getting ready to fight him, and I got a plan. And I say, see that guy I'm getting ready to fight, he predictable. He always throw that right punch. So you know what I'm gonna do? As soon as he throw that right punch, I'm gonna block it. I'm gonna block it. Cause I know what he gonna do. He predictable. So then y'all square up. He throw that punch, you block it, and he hit you so hard he break your wrist. What's my point? You knew it was coming. You had a plan to stop it. You couldn't. Now what you feeling like now? This fight is over. From the beginning, it's over. That's why predictable is not bad sometimes. See, the Dallas Cowboys, some people think we always got to trick people. See, we think football is about just trickery. We forget that the game is a physical game. That's also about taking manhood. So some of us remember when we won our Super Bowl in the 90s, when they kept running the same play with Emmitt over and over. And if you talk to the Buffalo Bills when we beat them in the 90s, in 93, most of them said, we knew the game was over when we couldn't stop Emmitt on the same play over and over. In the first quarter, they said that. It was like, this game over. That's where predictable is good. See, but they talking like because we run 58% of the time on first down, they acting like that's bad. Nah, if you line up to stop me and I'm still getting on average 4.1 yards when you know I'm getting ready to throw that right punch, if you know I'm getting ready to throw that right punch, oh yeah, that's good. Cause see, now it's not just about the chess match, it's about the will and breaking your will. And that's where predictable is good. So let me explain this a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna keep going with this. Just giving you some examples. So yeah, so we know the Eagles, right? I did a whole breakdown series by series on the Eagles and watched them. You know what they was doing early in the season? They was running Hurts a lot on 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1, and 4th and 1 out of shotgun. Okay? So I'm gonna just let it play and we go talk about it. All right. So they was running them a lot out of shotgun. So on this 3rd and 1, they run Hurts out of shotgun and try to convert. All right. But I'm gonna tell you what happened. It quickly changed. After they won their 4th game, they had a bad conversion rate, and guess what they went to? 100% QB sneak. 100% QB sneak. Predictable. Everybody knew they was gonna do it. And they still did it. And it still worked. I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen to the record that they broke. Okay, listen.
I just wanted to ask you if you've been paying attention at all to what Jalen Hurts is doing in Philadelphia with the QB sneak, kind of at an unprecedented rate this year. He's done it 29 times, converted 27 of them.
They did QB sneak 29 times. Converted 27 of them. Predictable is good when it works. Running the ball 58% of the time is good when it's getting you 4.1 yards. Don't do less of it, do more of it. Listen at Brady.
Wow. Which has never been done that many times. I think the most that you had in a season was 18. Wow. In 2011. So I'm wondering
Sick data.
Sick data, man. Brady hot side, boy, stop. But yeah, predictable is good. See, they talk like predictable is bad. Predictable is good when it works. Now, if you're predictable and it's not working, or it's bad. But if you, okay, let me just show you like this. This is the best way to show you. Here we go. This is from Philly Mike.
Hold up. Jason Kelsey just told the whole Cowboys D-line, you know what's coming, and they converted easily.
So I'm not going to play it because it might be a copyright strike. I ain't going to even take that chance. But what happened is, versus Dallas, Kelsey walked up to our defensive line, told them to their face, you know what's coming. Did it. QB sneaked. It worked.
This is the little big dog, the best center in the game, Jason Kelsey.
Now, let me ask you a question. How did you think our D-line felt when Kelsey walked right up to them and said, you know what's coming? We ain't trying to trick you. See, when we start getting caught up in analytics and we forget what this game is about sometimes. Taking the heart and will of another man. This is where you use your predictability to take someone's soul. How do you think our D-line felt when Kelsey walked right up to him and said, yep, you know we getting ready to run QB sneak. You ain't gonna stop it. No, you ain't getting ready to stop this, homeboy. Look, one more time.
Hold up. Jason Kelsey just told the whole Cowboys D-line, you know what's coming, and they converted easily. Look.
See, I ain't gonna even play it because I don't want no copyright. But you know that took the heart of Dallas. So what did Dallas do the next day? You know what they did after that game? We played the Cooper Rush. Let me show you what we did. I ain't gonna even tell you. I'm gonna show you. And it was the next day. After the game, we went and acquired somebody. Somebody tell me who we acquired. Let me see if y'all been peeping game. Somebody tell me who we acquired. What did we do after that? Let me see if y'all was paying attention to what happened after that game. You know what we did after that? We said, nope. That ain't gonna happen again. You see the power of predictable? You see the power? You see what they trying to talk us out of? No, I want us to walk right up just like Kelsey did on first down and say, you know we running it 58% of the time. You already know that. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? We trying to take souls. This ain't just about analytics and numbers. This is about taking that man's heart. We went and got Hankins. Yeah, one more time. Cause see, I want people to really understand this. This is real, bro. This ain't for no clout. I ain't trying to get no attention. I ain't trying to do nothing but tell the truth on what's gonna help us win.
Hold up. Jason Kelsey just told the whole Cowboys D-line, you know what's coming, and they converted easily. Look.
Nah, I ain't gonna play it. I ain't gonna let you take my money. Nah. But see, so is predictable bad? No, predictable is good. Yeah. And I might not have Elon Musk money, but I'm a billionaire. See, the Cowboys, we might not be San Francisco averaging 4.85 on first down, but 4.1 on average on first down is more than enough. I put it like this. Dak can do better starting on 2nd and 6 than these other quarterbacks can do on 2nd and 5. Because our quarterback is better. Just think about it. If you start 2nd and 6, Dak can work with that. So another thing that they ain't talking about is controlling the line of scrimmage. controlling it, outright controlling it. So when we was getting ready to play the Chargers, Coach Marb always talk about controlling the line of scrimmage, but I want to explain controlling the line of scrimmage. We was getting ready to play the Chargers, and I was very concerned. I'm being honest. I was very concerned last year because remember, that was still getting ready to start at right tackle. And so I was doing my film breakdown and I started noticing the pattern. I was watching the Washington Commanders play the Chargers the week before we played them. And I noticed that the Washington Commanders was committed to running the ball. And the more they ran at Bosa, the worse his pass rush became. I literally watched him get tired. And by the third and fourth quarter, he had nothing. He had nothing. Calvin said, once Biotis is back, I need Tyler Smith back at left tackle. I saw he and McGovern pushing jokers on the left. Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's already in the works, big dog. Just to be honest, you go see that. Just to be honest with you. But controlling the line of scrimmage. So I immediately went to Twitter and I said the best way to stop Bosa is to run right at him. Now, a whole lot of even Dallas Cowboy fans tried to troll your boy. Even Jeff Kavanaugh came in there and was like, I don't agree with that. We need to throw it. I was like, no, not with a young Steel. We need to run right at him. Because I watched the previous game. I watched him lose his pass rush ability because he was getting handled. So sometimes it's not about how many yards you rushing for. Sometimes you got to have a strategy that we got to stop their pass rushers. The best way to stop their pass rushers is to beat them up. It's like boxing. It's like, man, I want to take your power by going to your body. That's how you control the line of scrimmage. That's one way. And another thing, just keeping it real. Throwing to who? Just think about it. Throwing to who? Like, okay, so if you want us to pass it more on first down, who we talking about? Who we talking about? Okay, so CD just became a bona fide number one. He wasn't always a bona fide number one. He just became a bona fide number one. Teams are already starting to counter that. They already doubling him. Micah Gallup coming off ACL. You want to lead with that? You want Dak to start on first down, throwing to a guy that's not getting separation, likely due to that ACL and not being 100% yet? Okay, so Noah Brown, he go fix it. Boy, stop. Oh, T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton just got the playbook 3 weeks ago, man. So we really want to come out there. We really want to come out there and we want to start our drives with that. The dude just got the playbook, man. Okay. Or do you go with the real rock stars of our offense? Tony Pollard and Zeke. Which group should you lead off with? I'm just being honest on this first down doctrine stuff. Throw it more stuff. Nah, don't throw it more. Actually run it more. actually run it more. Yeah, because your best group is Tony Pollard and Zeke. Your best group is not CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and Noah Brown. And Ty. It's not your best group. Your best group is Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott and your tight ends. It's your best group. I'm talking about unit. And then some would say, but see, 4.1 is a failure. In your analysis, did y'all equate, especially when they say we went back and looked at the Washington game? If you went back to look at the Washington game as a standard, your standard is too high. Let me just be honest with you. What other team is built like Washington is up front? Maybe one. But I really want y'all to try to answer that question. What team is built? What team is built with Allen, Payne, Sweat, Chase? They even took our big boy as bonus. The white gorilla took him. And then Tyrone Church say Eagles. Yeah, I can say Eagles, but I don't think the Eagles is as good at stopping the run as the Commanders. That's why this is how you know, because the Eagles had to invest into their line. They had to go get 2 old dudes before the trade deadline. So obviously, and remember when Washington beat them, they beat them on the ground. I think they ran it over 45 times. Beat them on the ground. So we could say Philly, but I say Philly reaching. Ain't nobody built like Washington, bro. So don't make Washington the standard. Why we making Washington the standard? Oh, they just averaged only 1.4 against Washington. Well, thank God it's only 1 out of 31 teams. Thank God. We not gonna see that again until next year. Ain't nobody built like Washington to stop the run. Nobody. So don't build a doctrine based on one opponent. I guarantee you we go run the ball way better on Tampa if we commit to it. Because the last time Zeke was running against them, he averaged 6.2 yards in the first half, and he averaged 5.2 yards for the whole game. And we abandoned the run, even though it was tearing them apart. And the last thing that, I gotta correct this one real quick. The last thing that I want to talk about that a lot of people not considering is tempo. Okay, I'm gonna explain tempo, but I'm gonna explain it my way. Everybody talk about it different ways. I'm gonna explain it my way. Okay, so what happens to the clock when you run the ball? Does it continue or does it stop? It continues. What happens to the clock when you throw the ball? It stops. What does stopping the clock do? Prolongs the game. So when you come out like Kellen Moore, right, who loves to pass, right, you are not controlling the clock and the time. Why is that important? Because I showed y'all before, about 3 weeks ago, that Dallas gives up the least amount of first quarter points in the entire NFL. Why? Because they're fresh. the fresh. It tells you that when this D is rested, they give you elite in return. So this is how to explain it. So if you punching, and I say pace yourself with them punches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay with that tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. You won't get tired. But if I say, okay, throw me rapid punches, start doing this over and over, just throwing punches, within 30 seconds, your arm gonna be burning. Why? Because of the tempo sped up. What does that mean? What am I talking about? Running the ball is not even just about yards. It's about controlling the clock and tempo of the game to max out team performance. Calvin said, I don't want to see no hook and ladder or reverses. You go probably see it, man. We dealing with Kellen. But so if you punching like this, you tire yourself out. But if you slow your tempo down, you can punch longer. You can punch longer. You can fight longer. So a perfect example of tempo and how tempo can just tear up a team is the Green Bay game. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna explain it. Y'all give me 1 second. Thank y'all for being patient. So let's look at the Packers. So we go look at the Packers, okay? And we go test a theory. All right, we go test a theory. And we go notice a pattern real quick. Remember when Dallas came out? When Dallas came out versus Green Bay, they came out at a high tempo. If you go back and watch the game, they was at a fast tempo. They came out hurry up twice. And so they ran the ball on first down. Okay? They passed look how many seconds came off the clock. 8. Okay? All right? 8 seconds came off the clock. That was from running. So from first down to second down actually took about 28 seconds because that's a slower tempo. But then Kellen Moore, he came out, and you gonna start seeing a pattern. He passed consecutively. Pass incomplete, stops the clock. Only 4 seconds come off the clock. He passes again. 4:22, we punt. Okay, we looking at the play-by-play, and y'all gonna start seeing a pattern too. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the pattern. The pattern is this. In most of these games, I'm gonna tell you the real pattern. If you want to know real analytics, look at the Cowboys series by series. Don't look at them based on a first down, or don't look at after the game and say where they balanced at the end. Look at them series by series, and you gonna start seeing some major patterns. Amp showed me this. So then we punted. Then let's look at what Green Bay did. On first down, they ran it, got 4 yards. Now, that's supposed to be bad, right? Is 4 yards bad? So now it's 2nd and 6. They run again. They get another 4 yards. Now it's 3rd and 2. You think Aaron can get you a 3rd and 2? And see, this is the good thing. They said we average 4. So if we averaging 4, I'm going to say it like this. Instead of running it on first down, we need to run it more on first and second down more. If that's what we average, because look what it creates. An average of 3rd and 2, man, that can do that. And see, the OC made the best point yesterday that a whole lot of people didn't even catch. When you have a defense in 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, you keep them honest. This is how. So if it's 3rd and 1, what they gonna likely do? Play up, right? Because they know you don't have much to convert. But what does that do? Open up your back end. But let's say if it's 3rd and long, what do most teams do? They play to the chains and they rally to make a tackle to try to make you punt. So when you able on average to get 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, they have to play you even, which then opens up the whole playbook because they don't know, do I play the chains or do I play the run? Because you can get the first down multiple ways. But it was 3rd and 2. Kellen Moore right here would have passed. But you know what they did? They ran it again. Got 8 yards. So this is 3 times in a row. They ran the ball out the gate. This is out the gate. Then they get the first. They get again 4 yards. Remember they said 4 yards was bad. Do I need to play that again? Let me play that one more time. Hold on, let me play that. Y'all think I'm lying about them saying 4 yards is bad. Let me go back to that. Let me go back to where you can see them saying 4 yards is bad. Listen.
This bad on first down, okay? That is 11th out of the 14th playoff. Dallas is now ranking, averaging 4.1 yards off those first down runs. How are they this bad on first down?
Whoa. So that's bad. So let's go back and look. This is what Green Bay was doing to us. 4 yards. Now it's what? 2nd and 6. What do? Run it again. Get 4 more yards. Now what is it? 3rd and 2. Kellen Moore would have threw right there. What did they do? They ran it again. Got another 4 yards. What happened? First down. So what did they do on first down again? They ran it again. Got 5 yards. What killed a drive? Incomplete pass. So now it's 3rd and 5. They pass again, and guess what? Punt. So they ran the ball out of 10 plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what messed up that drive? So now just think about it. Your defense just got ran on 7 out of 10 times. What you think they feeling like? So then Kellen Moore comes out again, and look at the time that was taken off on his drives. Look at this tempo. 45 seconds on the first drive, 57 seconds, and he was in hurry up. And guess what? That put our defense right back on the field. Tempo. Pace yourself, Kellen. Pace yourself. See, Kellen like to fight like this. And then wonder why the defense get tired. Well, then everybody, what's going on with the D? What's going on with the D? Why the D not what they used to be? Because he not calling like he used to with Cooper Rush. See, with Cooper Rush, he was jabbing under control. Just every now and then he'll throw a 2-piece. See, he get Dak and and that D burnout. Tempo. And this is why I'm calling it dangerous. See, this doctrine is dangerous. The danger, they need to pass more on first down. No, do not give a crackhead more crack. No. Give me boring. Give me second and manageable, which then creates third and manageable. Because see, what they did is they made some major reaches. And I'm going to show you real quick. Because I really don't want them talking like this. I really don't, because I know their voice matter. My voice matter. And I don't want Jerry or Steven listening and being like, you know what? Let's throw it more on first down. I'm going to show you the dangers of it too. I'm going to show you play by play the dangers of it. But let me go here real quick and show you the reaches. So Nick said, well, I can't really compete with the research there by Kurt. Good stuff for sure. But I did look up the stats on the last game. It looked like the Cowboys had 25 first downs. 9 of them were runs and 14 were passes. Oh, I need to show it. Here it is. My bad, I wasn't showing it. So that doesn't seem like an issue for this week, but maybe you're right about it for the entire season. But what I've always been told about run pass splits is that it really doesn't need to be 50-50. You don't want to be 80-20 or something outrageous, but to me, you need to figure it out if your team is better at the draw play action pass. The Cowboys seem to be a better team at the play action, and so therefore you're probably going to run the ball a little more on first down. That sets up the bigger plays more than the passive plays will set up the draw. Either way, figure out how to move the ball against Tampa defense. That is the reason they're even in the playoffs. Hold on. It was some other place that they talked about it. Okay. But this is the thing that they talked about that's a reach. Okay. See, this is the reach that they're making. They saying because you're running so much on first down, you putting Dak in long third downs. That's not true. That's not true. Okay. What's actually making most of these drives hard is Kellen Moore getting out of whack, calling pass plays. And that's why you got to look at him series by series. So your boy Boss is very analytical. I get downright nerdy sometimes. And I go double check your work. I'm just being honest. I don't trust nobody. I don't. And let me tell you, the main reason I don't trust nobody, and I shouldn't. Don't even trust me. Y'all shouldn't even trust me. Trust the film. Trust the data that's not manipulated. Don't trust nobody. Double check everybody. But listen, y'all remember last year, I was wrong at first about Terrence Steele. Me and the OC, we was starting a new show called Competition Tuesdays. So before we start doing Competition Tuesdays, I used to say, oh, La'el's better than Steele. Clearly. That's what I used to say. But then when the OC and I start doing Competition Tuesdays, I said, let me go double check that, because, we go do a film breakdown. And I start breaking down the film. And when I start breaking down the film, I was like, say, bro, this dude still is better. I ain't even say nothing, though. I just sent my film to the OC. I ain't even say nothing. I just wanted to see what he was going to do. And he came back after looking at the film. I ain't do nothing. I just sent it to him. He said, hey, bro, I'm looking at this film. He said, man, Steele is killing. This was last year. And I was like, bro, I said, we told everybody that follow us that La'el was better. He was like, yeah. I said, well, let's go back and correct it. So then we did a show on Competition Tuesday, and we started the show out saying, hey, I apologize. We told y'all La'el was better. He's not. Here's the film breakdown, and we broke it down. Okay? Now, why am I bringing that up? Because I showed everybody that was in here that film. And after we did a side-by-side of Steele and La'el, we had 100% of the people that was in here say Steele was better. 100%. That's never happened. So obviously the best thing to do was, okay, since Steele is better, don't move him, keep him there. Let's try to find another place for Lyle and see if we can get some value out of him. Let's potentially look at moving him to left guard, which the OC and I began to lobby for loud. But we didn't know with that was gonna come attacks. And a lot of people started to attack us. Most of it was just trying to bring our brand down because what we were saying wasn't popular. It was right, but it wasn't popular. And because it wasn't popular, people was taking advantage of the unpopular thing that we were saying to try to put mud on the brand. And I started sending people my film breakdown. Popular, I sent it to Jeff Kavanaugh. I sent it to Brian Broaddus. I sent it to him. I said, hey man, I want y'all to take a look at this because this can make this team better. If we can keep Steele at right tackle and potentially move Lyle to left guard, we don't know if it's gonna work, but we at least need to. Don't touch Steele though. And I said, and I just saw how people was responding. I said, oh, you know what? These people don't watch film like they say they do. And that's when I learned. I said a whole lot of people just and don't even respect film. Most people don't respect film. I'm being honest. Most people, now I'm showing research by research. I'm showing how it's not true. What this doctrine that's going around is not true. It's not true. But it's still gonna be some people that's gonna cape for this false doctrine. And I can show you. I'm literally getting ready to show you the play-by-play on every game that we lost. And we go test this first down throw theory. It's gonna fail because you know I already double checked it. But how many people do really respect truth? Or how many people want to be right? How many people really want to win? Or how many people trying to leverage for brands and personal ambitions? It'll actually surprise you how many people don't care about the Cowboys like they say they do. Because if these people cared about the Cowboys, they would have saw my film breakdown and they would have readjusted their opinions. Because it was evident even last year. Now this year, everybody on the Steele train. That's why I'm attacking it now. Because see, it's too late to talk about this after the playoffs. It's too late. And I said, you know what? I should have been more aggressive. I wasn't aggressive enough about pushing for Steele. So that's why I'm doing this video now. And when I'm finished, I'm going to send this to all Kirk Daniels, Nick Eatman, Bobby Belt, all these people that's preaching the doctrine. I'm going to send it to them. And I want to see, are they going to readjust their doctrine? Because I want them preaching the real winning formula. I want them preaching because their voices are way stronger than mine. I'm right, but I'm not loud enough. So just listen. to the winning formula real quick. Listen.
Like a running game, the mix between Tony and Zeke, 13 carries for Zeke, Tony, and 15 for Zeke. Is that kind of what you want?
Well, I think it's a winning formula. I think it's, really stems off what, we just talked about. It's, you got two guys that are future players. They need to touch the ball. Whether we throw it to them, pitch it to them, hand it to them, it makes no difference to me personally. But
yeah. See, this is why the first down doctrine or throwing on first down is scary, because Mike McCarthy clearly expressed what the winning formula is. He literally talked about the winning formula is going through Zeke and Pollard. He literally said it clear as day. But see, this is the danger of this doctrine, is you have an OC who sees it totally different. So that was September 27th when Mike McCarthy said that. Kellen Moore on October 10th said this.
Flavor. There's going to be games where we're going to need to throw it. There's a lot of games and there's a lot of different approaches to this thing, and so as we go, we got to be able to play a few different styles, and that's important throughout the season in the NFL.
Yeah, see, he want to do the 20% way. The 30% way. He want to throw it. He already showed you with his track record with Ben DiNucci and them and all of that he's addicted. He's an addict. He really is. Most people don't see it. You got to really be able to dig into this, but he's an addict. But see, most people don't also see that it's a major issue. It's a major issue when your OC is preaching a totally different doctrine than your head coach. Your head coach said what now? Let me go back and see what my head coach said. Let me listen.
Like a running game, the mix between Tony and Zeke, 13 carries for Zeke, Tony, and 15 for Zeke. Is that kind of what you want?
Well, I think it's a winning formula. I think it's, really stems off what, we just talked about. It's, you got two guys that are future players. They need to touch the ball. Whether we throw it to them, pitch it to them, hand it to them, it makes no difference to me personally. But
Flavor. There's going to be games where we're going to need to throw it. There's a lot of games and there's a lot of different approaches to this thing, and so as we go, we got to be able to play a few different styles, and that's important throughout the season in the NFL.
So let me check one more thing too. Let me check on Kellen. I gotta check. See, I look under the hood. I listen real close and I look under the hood.
Mike was saying earlier how you as the staff made the determination in the offseason that defense was going to be the strength, and you kind of would play to that.
See, everybody know you supposed to be playing to the strength. When you high tempo, you not playing to your strength of your team. You not.
From your perspective, how do you know that has implications on how you call the game, obviously? How do you get ready for that? Do you go back through how you called it last year and look at it from a different perspective, or is it just from this point going forward in camp and everything else, I'll just start looking at it differently? How do you kind of adjust where you were to where you would be now?
Yeah, I think as the season goes on, I think you just kind of identify how your team's going to play, and there's obviously a play style, and when all three sides are connected, I think that's very, very important. And so certainly we've created a formula that's been successful the last few weeks.
And this was with Cooper Rush. And he said he know the formula. He know what it is.
And, we're getting our rush attempts up, and defense is doing a tremendous job. Usually Bones, sneaks a big play in there and does an awesome job. And so, I think one big aspect of our side of it is we're not turning the ball over, and so we're managing the game really well.
But that's nothing you really preset. I mean, as it develops, you're just looking at it from that bent. It's not like you go back and go, do I have to change my tendencies or what I would do in a situation?
You're always looking back on how games have gone, but I think each game kind of has its own flavor. There's going to be games where we're going to need to throw it. There's a lot of games and there's a lot of different approaches to this thing, and so as we go, we got to be able to play a few different styles.
Which is totally different than what your head coach said the winning formula is. So let's go look at it, man. Let's take a look. let's go really test this throwing on first down theory. All right, we go look at it from the play-by-play. Let's start with the Buccaneers. All right, let's start with the Buccaneers. Let's look at this drive. We gonna start with this one. Okay, so on 1st and 10, Dak Prescott passes to Schultz for 7 yards. It makes it 2nd and 3, and we run Zeke up the middle. His first run, he gets 7. We then run Tony Pollard, so we get the first down, obviously. Then on this first down, instead of throwing it, we run it, but Pollard get hit in the backfield, okay, for -8. That makes it 2nd and 18. Obviously, that's a throwing down, especially being behind the chains that much. We throw it to Houston. We get 11 yards. Makes it a little bit better, but it's still pretty much 3rd and long. So we chunked that thing. We completed to CeeDee Lamb. We get 16 yards. Okay. On this first down, we run it. We get 6 yards. It makes that 2nd down very manageable. Right? We do the smart thing. We run it again. We get 5 yards. Right here, Kellen should have already started peeping the game on who was hot. He should have already peeped game who was hot. Because you got 7 yards off of Zeke the first time you ran him, 6 yards the second time you ran him, 5 yards the third time you ran him. So right now you're looking about an average of 6.5. That would have told me keep going at that dude, because he gonna make your whole drives easier. But Kellen doesn't do that. Now the guys get their way. Okay, the guys get their way. 1st and 10. They get what they've been asking for. A pass to CeeDee Lamb. That's what they want. They want more passes on first down. But since it was incomplete, what did they create? Instead of an average of 2nd and 6, now you starting 2nd and 10. Now you want to run. This time you get 2 yards. Now it's 3rd and 8. This is the drive that, see, they blaming the running game for what the passing game started. You see what I'm saying? They were saying, if you running in too much on first down, you creating 3rd and longs. No, sir. What created this 3rd and long was you passing on first down. So then it's that 3rd and 8. Dak have to make it up. He barely get it to Noah Brown with 9 yards. So then what do? We run Pollard. Pollard get hit in the backfield again. So that makes it 2nd and 11. So what does he do? Pass, punt. And you go see that in most of these drives as we go through these games. You go see most of the time when you see consecutive passes, you go see punting. Or if you see a lot of passes on first, you will also see punting. So let's keep going. So we go, look at it. What do? On this one, we started off 1st and 10, 7 yards. Makes a manageable 2nd and 3. Damn. Still you false started. Oh, you killed a drive, big dog. We was right where we want to be. We ran on first down. It was 2nd and short. Keep it clean, big dog, because now you made it 2nd and long. Now, Kellen, Zeke is obviously hot. Maybe if you do like Green Bay and keep it on the ground, maybe you can make it third and manageable. Nope. Kellen Moore. Nope. Pass. He passes. It's incomplete, which then creates what? 3rd and 8. What do you see? 2 consecutive passes. What else you see? Punt. All right, let's look at this drive. So it's 1st and 10. Pollard hitting the back, not in the backfield. He only gets you 1 yard again. So at this point, I ain't gonna lie. Your boy Kellen Moore should have said, bro, we need to go with Zeke. Zeke is averaging 6. Pollard is averaging less than 1. The hot dude right now is Zeke. He the one pushing the pile. That's who we need to rock with. No, he didn't do that. So after Pollard get 1 yard, what does he do? Abandon the run game altogether. 2 more consecutive passes and punt. And when you look at these series, remember I said, when you look, because I already looked at this stuff, y'all. I already looked at this stuff. So this is the deal. When you look at him series by series, this is the pattern that you're going to see, and I'm going to prove it today. That whenever we are balanced in a series or a drive where we throw it 50% and run it 50% or higher, we score either 3 points or 7 most of the time. It's not 100%, but it's high. But you'll also see when we start the drives off passing, or we start the drive off with a run and then start passing consecutively, usually it led to a punt. So let me go back to it. And remember, this was the game. Oh, so remember the running game was working. You remember the running game was working? And see, this is when this dude said this. Remember this?
Last year we learned that they really wasn't going to commit to the run game, and the runs that they did, they was going to try to get outside and not run into the interior. But most of the running game was quick game. A lot of curls, a lot of hitches, a lot of slants and stuff. So we kind of knew that going in, so we was able to attack it.
So when we looking at this drive, and you seeing Zeke was averaging 6.5 in the first half, and he wasn't even going back at the. Kellen Moore was abandoning it as it was working. Now let them tell you the problem is we should be throwing him on first down. No, Kellen wasn't seeing the flow of this game. And the flow of this game was clearly we should have got behind Zeke, who would have made it easier on Dak. Because see, Zeke was getting about 5 almost every time he touched it. So he would have made a bunch of manageable drives if Kellen would have just kept it on the ground. And I'm showing you the play-by-play. This ain't no false analysis. This is real. And I'm going to show you multiple games. So then let's look at the interception drive. So the guys got what they wanted. What did they say they want? They said they want pass on first down. That's the doctrine that's being preached. There it is. What we do, we pass on first down. But offensive pass interference moves us back. You don't get offensive pass interference when you keep balls on the ground. Just letting y'all know that. You don't. It creates a 1st and 20. Then weirdo, I don't mean to name call Kellen, but he sometimes pisses me off. We run Zeke again. We get another 5. Makes it 2nd and 15. Then we throw to Dennis Houston and we get another 5. It makes it 3rd and 10. We throw it again and it's intercepted. Y'all see the pattern? So this particular series was killed by another penalty. Tyler Smith false start. Okay. Makes it 1st and 15. So what do? We run Pollard. We get 6. What do we do on 2nd down? I think Dak ran that. Yeah, he scrambled. Okay, that's a left hand. So he scrambled and got 12. So remember what they said they wanted, right? They say we need to pass on 1st down. What we do? Pass on 1st down. Remember, that's what they say they want. We need to pass on 1st down. Man, we need to pass on 1st down, man. Woo, we need some of them old passes on 1st down, man. And this is also the 2-minute warning, or coming around in 2 minutes, so I can understand a lot of passes. You know what I'm saying? But it was on Dallas 37. They ain't have to pass like this. It was on our 37. So he passed it on 1st down like they say they want. It's incomplete. So what does it create? What does it create? I'm asking the question. 2nd and long. But what was running doing mostly on 1st down? It was creating 2nd and short. Y'all saw it. It was creating 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6s, 2nd and 4s. So we passed to CeeDee Lamb, incomplete. Now, they said that it's creating a bunch of 3rd and longs when we run on 1st. I don't see that in the play-by-play, do y'all? I'm looking at it live with y'all. This is I ain't cheated. I ain't added nothing to it. I'm going line by line. We not even to the 2-minute warning. Y'all see the pattern? Now everybody was saying, man, we need to pass more. Whoo! Look what passing more on 1st down was getting them. It was getting them what they said the run was. This is why I say double check people work, man. Double check these theories that people have. When people tell you Lyle is clearly better than Steele, double check it. Double check it. When people tell you Dak is sorry, double check it. When they tell you Dak is not good at the deep ball, double check it. Double check it. So what happened? We pass again. Incomplete, create the 3rd and long, punt. So let's look at this punt play. Wow. So on this particular play, it's 1st and 10 on Dallas 20. We run on 1st down. We get 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Is that manageable? I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Is this manageable? Now, so I'm showing y'all mostly when y'all been seeing us run on 1st down, and this is the same team we getting ready to play in the playoffs. This the same. Vita Vea was playing this game, y'all. Okay, so far, based on what you're seeing, what would you do when we playing Tampa? Would you want to pass on 1st down or run on 1st down? Based on what you're seeing. What would you want? How would you make it easy on your quarterback? I'm asking a real question. Based on what you're seeing from the floor of the game on the play-by-play, what would be your strategy going into this game in the playoffs? I could tell you what mine would be. I'm getting ready to commit to running the ball. And I'm going to get behind my power back. Zeke, you starting, buddy. Let's repeat what you did game 1. We go feed the hell out of you. You hear me? Because I want to make these drives manageable for my quarterback. I don't want a bunch of holding calls because I got my linemen on their heels. I don't want them worried about pass protecting. I just want them mauling. I want y'all mauling this game. Let's have some fun. Let's take some manhood today. Let's take these dudes to prison. Let's take us some booty today. We finna, cause you remember this dude? He was talking. See, this is what they should be playing in the locker room every day. As they walking out the smoke, this is what they should be listening to when they coming out that smoke.
Last year we learned that they really wasn't going to commit to the run game, and the runs that they did, they was going to try to get outside and not run into the interior. But most of the running game was quick game. A lot of curls, a lot of hitches, a lot of slants and stuff. So
Mike McCarthy should have that on repeat. I ain't lying. He should be playing that every day. Every day, reminding them. You remember that dude said that about y'all? We knew they weren't gonna commit to it. We knew they wasn't. We knew that. We knew they was soft. We knew they was go. We knew as soon as if we stopped one run, we knew they was gonna get away from it. As soon as we stopped Pollard one time, they stopped running. Yeah. Appreciate the super chat. He said about moving the pocket and getting Dak on the move. I ain't moving pockets. I ain't moving no pockets. I'm getting behind Zeke. That's what I would do. I'm getting right behind Zeke. Like, bruh, Zeke, do what you did last time. And I will stick with it. So if you stop me on the first two series, I'm be like, yeah, you gonna see me again. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna see if you can stop me again. I will keep going at it. Yeah. Commit to it. I sure would. Especially if I'm getting over 3.5. I'm starting all my drives on 2nd and 6 with my quarterback. I might throw it a few times on first, but I will be overwhelmingly running the ball on first down like I'm crazy. I wouldn't be doing less. I would be doing more. The first game said that they couldn't stop Zeke, y'all. That's what it clearly said. That's what it clearly said. Let me go back. Let's go back. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. And we testing theories today. We testing these theories. We putting it under the light. So it's 1st and 10. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it. Okay. So we run Zeke, we get 6 yards. Okay. Whew. Let's run it again. We get 7 yards. 6 plus 7, more than 10, equals first. So now it's first down. Okay. What do? We pass. The guys got what they wanted. We need to pass on first down more. Now, this is the same team we getting ready to play. This is the same team that they preaching this doctrine. Now, they preaching this doctrine going into this game. The same. Do y'all see the trap? Do you see it? So then we throw it like they want it. 1st and 10, they throw it. Damn. Pass short, Tony Pollard. Penalty. Happens a lot when you passing. Get holdings. Yeah. So now it's 1st and 15. What do? We get another 5 from Zeke. Damn, Zeke was doing his thing. Zeke was doing his thing. What do Kellen Moore do? He said, okay, I'm going to run it. Good job, Kelly. You ran the ball. Now it's manageable. 3rd and 6. What do? Pass and sack. So the pattern is real clear. It's real clear. Let's look at this drive. So the guys get what they wanted. They say pass. That's what they say, right? That's what they said. Pass on first down. Okay. So you pass to Noah Brown on first down. Remember I say pass to who? Who you throwing to? Hold on, bro. Bro, hold on, bro. Hold on. You ain't going through Pollard and Zeke. You going through Noah Brown? Is that what we doing? You throwing to who? So yeah, so you throw to Noah Brown. Incomplete. Yep. Create 2nd and 10. Now, which style is creating, and I'm asking a real question, which style is creating the 2nd and longs and 3rd and longs? It's right in our face on the play-by-play. Which style was creating the 2nd and longs and the 3rd and longs? Throwing on first down. This is what they saying they want. This is what they preaching loud on the fan every day. This is what they writing articles about inside the Dallas building. Are we too predictable? Are we too predictable on first down? We need to throw it more. Translation, we need to give Kellen more crack. That's gonna work. No, he gonna smoke it. He gonna smoke the crack. He gonna smoke that crack. He already showed you he'll crack at it. He overthrew it with Ben DiNucci. He overthrew it with Gilbert, but we think he gonna be responsible with a real quarterback? Let me show you again. Gary Gilbert, he threw it 38 times. Ben DiNucci, 40 times. Cooper Rush, when Cooper Rush finally took his L, it was because he had him throwing it 38 times. Let's keep going through the play-by-play though. Because remember, we only got 3 points out this game, so that means the whole game was ugly. Okay. All right, so it's third. So it was 2nd and 10. Dak got sacked passing. Dak gets sacked passing. Passing is what gets you sacked. So now it's 3rd and 16. Incomplete to Dennis Houston. Womp womp. It's 3rd and 11. Another pass. We got 14 yards on them. Good job, Dak. You bailed us out of that one. Appreciate that one. Good job. You bailed us out. 1st and 10. The guys get what they wanted. This time, they get 5 yards out of it. They do a dump off pass, obviously, to Schultz. I'm cool with that. So we come out passing on 2nd and 5. False start. Actually, it wasn't even a pass. It was just a false start by Steele. That hurt us, which made it 2nd and 10. So if 2nd and 10, we throw it, we move it because we got 13 yards out of it. Good job throwing the ball. So far, we have not punted. So it's 1st and 10. Steele going crazy this game. He was going crazy. He get another false start. On 1st and 15, we get 9 yards. Good job. Now it's right where we want to be. 2nd and 6. And we run it. We get the 6 yards. Another penalty on Steele. Move us back to 2nd and 16. So now we gotta pass. We pass. We get 13 yards. Make it 3rd and 3. And we run Pollard and we get 1 yard. Right there, honestly, we should have ran Zeke. Because Zeke was already hot. He was hot, and we didn't go with the hot hand. But then we went for it on 4th down. And instead of going with Zeke, we went to Dennis freaking Houston. The crack kicked in. Instead of going with the guy who all day was giving you 5.2, we went to Dennis Houston on the pivotal 4th down. Let's keep going. So then this time we run Elliott, we get 2 yards. That's way under his average. Kellen gives up. He gives up again on the run. If you don't get 4 or 5 on the first run, he ain't doing it no more. He ain't doing it no more. And see, a lot of people, and look what happened. What did I say happens most of the time when we start passing consecutively after not having a good run attempt? Pass, pass, punt. Yep. Let's look at this drive. The guys got what they wanted. Pass on 1st down. Good job. You got 22 yards out of that one. So the guys was right on that one. So Kellen Moore, like, let's do it again. Let's pass again on 1st down. Let's do it again. Incomplete. What happens? It creates a 2nd and long. Would y'all rather have a 2nd and 6 or a 2nd and 10? So we throw it. We complete it. Good job, Dak. Good job, Noah Brown. You get 13 yards out of it. Okay. We do it again. We throw it on 1st down. This time, -3 yards. So Kellen say, damn. Let me pass it again. He passes it. He gets 7 yards out of it. Good job. He passed it again. Incomplete this time. Oh, this Cooper Rush. My bad. This ain't even Dak no more. This Cooper Rush. Now we sitting there on 4th and 6. And he passes it. So he gets sacked. Y'all see the pattern? It's right there in your face. Let's look at one more game. I ain't gonna go through all these games, but let's look through one more game. Because we testing their theory now. We testing it. We putting their theory under the light. Let's look at this theory. So, this is the Green Bay game. The score is 0-0. We come out, we run Pollard out the gate. Okay? We get 1 yard. We pass, we punt. So I already showed y'all this drive where they ran the ball 7 times in a row. Okay, Green Bay did. And then they killed their own drive when they start throwing with Aaron. Remember, this is the game Aaron said, run the effing ball. So then let's look at this one. 1st and 10. We run. We get 4 yards. Now it's 2nd and 6. Okay. Maybe we should run it again. Nah, we ain't gonna run it. What we do? Pass, punt. And then put our defense right back on the field. So let's look at our touchdown drive. Let's see what's different about our touchdown drive. See, this is the touchdown drive. Let's see if it's out of whack. Because most of the time when we punted, we was under the ratio of 50%. run to pass in a series. Let's look at this one. So on the first down, the guys get their wish. We pass on first down. We get 7 yards. Very manageable second down. 2nd and 3. So we run pilot. We get 2 yards. Damn it, it's holding. So it comes back. Okay? So we pass, we run. So that's 50-50. We run pilot. We get 14 yards. We get 14 yards first. So it's pass, run, run. A higher ratio of run to pass. Move the chains. Okay, let's keep looking. The guys get what they say they wanted. They want us to pass on first down. We pass on first down. We get 3 yards. You actually get more. You actually get more when you run it, but I'll take that 3. All right, I'll take that 3. Makes it a manageable 2nd and 7. Now you run pilot. Now your drive, if you look at it by series now, it looked like you have a higher ratio of running the passing in this drive, and guess what? It's working. It's working. You moving the chains like you ain't never moved the chains your original series. Now you moving it. Guess why? Because you're balanced in this particular drive. It's right in our face. I ain't making this up. I ain't typed this out. This is what happened. So then we run the ball, create super manageable. Now it's 3rd and 1. Dak can handle that. Dak get that on his own. He used his legs, he get that 2 yards. 1st and 10. They was just cheating up on you. You get that 2 yards. So guess what? Now Dak hit them right upside their head. Perfect timing, 21 yards. Perfect timing. They was playing up. Dak hit him in the back. That's what happened when you have balanced drive. You had that defense out of whack. Then it's the end of the first quarter. Start of second quarter. We on Green Bay's 40. We run on first down. We get 2 yards. Dak Prescott, he throws it on second down. He get 4 yards. So now it's 3rd and 4. I think Dak can handle that. We give it to Tony Pollard. We only get 3 yards. Makes it 4th and 1. We do something smart. We do a QB sneak on 4th and 1. We get that yard. Remember what Philly was doing? They QB sneak 29 times, converted 27 of them. That's what we start doing. We got it. Makes it now 1st and 10. But y'all see the balance of this drive? See, you see what's different between this drive and the other drives? It's balance. It's pass to run, or it's run pass. It's not pass run. Whenever it's run pass or run pass, we usually moving the chains. We usually moving towards the end zone. So now, what do? Dak Prescott pass. Incomplete to Noah Brown. They had too many men on the field, so we got us 5 yards out of that and made it 1st and 5. Or it would have been incomplete. So what we do, we pass again. We only get 1 yard off of it. We might as well ran the ball. So now 2nd and 4, we pass, only get 3 yards out of it, made it 3rd and 1. Dak again, use his legs up the middle, converts it. 1st and 10. We throw it. They get 6 yards. I take that. That creates a 2nd and 4. I'm cool with that. Then we pass. We get 5 yards out of it. Okay? So that's a particular drive to where finally 2 consecutive passes led to the chains moving. So now it's 1st and goal. We on Green Bay's 8. We throw it. We get 5 yards off of it. And then we pass it to CeeDee Lamb for the touchdown. So in this drive, let's count it. Let's be all the way fair. Here we go. Let's look at this drive. So this was a 17-play drive. So let's count the passes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So on this particular drive, out of 17 plays, 9 was passes. So that's right at about 50-50. So let's keep looking. So it's 1st and goal. They run Davis, they get 1 yard. They pass, that gets sacked. 3rd and goal. We pass again, intercepted. And that's on the option route. I remember that one. So let's look at this one. Looking at the balance of these drives. And we testing a theory. 1st and 10, we run it. We only get 2 yards. Makes it 2nd and 8. What do Kellen do? He said Dak Prescott pass. Short to Gallup. But we got us a penalty that helped us. Or it would have been 3rd and 8. So we got that penalty. What do? We run it. So when we run it, we get 4 yards. What does that do? Makes a manageable 2nd and 6. We run it again, no gain. Makes it a manageable 3rd and 6. But 3rd and 6 kind of long. We run it again, we get 5 yards off of it. Oh my God. Oh my, what we go do? 4th and 1. Once again, we QB sneak it with Dak. We convert it. And see, that's the thing. Remember, I told you predictable is not bad. Just like they say it with Philly. Remember what Philly said? Remember?
I just wanted to ask you if you've been paying attention at all to what Jalen Hurts is doing in Philadelphia with the QB sneak, kind of at an unprecedented rate this year. He's done it 29 times, converted 27 of them, which has never been done that many times. I think the most that you had in a season was 18 in 2011. So I'm wondering if
yeah. So this is when we was being balanced. And a smart thing that we finally started doing on 3rd and shorts, we started to QB sneak it, or we started to give it to Zeke. And that's what really changed our 3rd down conversions on 3rd and short, which really helped this game. So this is the deal. Some people don't understand the difference between this year and last year. Let me show y'all the major difference, let me go to this because this is real important. See, this is the difference between this year and last year. That's super important. I gotta explain this. See, last year, McCarthy, from his own words, did not want to micromanage Kellen, or Dan Quinn, or Fossil. In his mind, to get the best out of them, he needed them to believe in their plan. And he literally said, if you install it, you call it. Because I need you to believe in it. Listen.
You being the play caller and being more hands-on in how that's run.
I don't think that's the best way to.
This was after we lost to San Fran. And they asked him, should you be a hands-on play caller? Listen.
Consider you being the play caller and being more hands-on in how that's run.
I don't think that's the best way to run an offense. I've told you the first day I was standing here, whoever calls the offense will install it.
Ain't that what I just said? Yeah. If you go call it, if you install it, buddy.
No, it's
which means he fully empowered Kellen.
important for the player, and it's the way I've always done it. It's important for the play caller. It's the way I've always done it, that every call on that play sheet he has to believe in, because you won't call it. You know, I've worked for some defensive head coaches that once in a while want.
You see why Kellen be struggling? Because he really don't believe in it. I'm trying to tell y'all, though. Here we go. Listen.
This would have a great idea, and you know he's your boss, so you put it in the plan, and I'd run it in the first 2 plays just to get it off the goddamn call sheet. So I mean, you know.
And that's what Kellen doing to him right now. See, it's a difference between the what and the why. So you might say, what are we doing? We running too much on first down. But see, what a lot of people don't know is why. I'm gonna explain the why. Listen.
Sorry, I apologize for that. But yeah. So I'll be honest, I laugh at that stuff, but you know, I don't try to do that to Kellen. But I have input. I have things I see, and I tell him this is how I think the game. Be aware of this and that. But for him to be, or anybody, it's no different. The way we do it on offense, defense, and special teams is the same. You know, the play callers install. So obviously the head coach can have input in anything he wants. You know, we all understand that, and even during the game. You know, so yeah, I have that ability. But for us to be the best that we can be, I feel that's the way you should run your offense, defense, and special teams.
So that went for everybody. That went for Kellen. So basically, Mike McCarthy is not micromanaging none of them. But now he micromanaging Kellen. Listen, this is Mike McCarthy now. See, that was Mike McCarthy after we lost to San Fran. This is Mike McCarthy now. Listen.
We've always taken care of Marcus on Wednesdays, so just being smart with him, and you know the intent is for him to play on Sunday.
He'll be limited today.
He'll be limited today again. Yeah.
And the other guys, as far as Barr and where Brown is in concussion.
They're both going to try to start with Britt and then try to get some reps today.
Hold on.
So
this the wrong spot. I know where it's at. It's right here. Hold on. Here we go.
A phase of it, so you definitely see that. I think they do a really good job matching them up. You know, particular matchups. You know, and if you go back to Detroit, I mean, you look at the shifts and motions. They did some things to really stress your defensive front. You know, he was part of that. So, but yeah, there's definitely some similarities.
Yeah. Mike Edwarder, ESPN. Can you tell us where you are with Zeke and his recovery and expectations for today? And beyond that, you've gotten 300-yard rushing games out of Tony this year, but you obviously feel like you're at your best with both those guys. What is it that you really lose or need when you don't have Zeke?
I definitely agree with your point. First off, I mean, Zeke had a really good day yesterday. You know, to go back to last week, I thought he practiced well, but it was the recovery of the day after and things like that. So that's why he didn't play. But anxious to see how much he does today. So he looks good. But yeah, definitely. I mean, the 1-2 punch, or whatever how you want to phrase it. I mean, and I say this all the time, I just cannot make the point strong enough. I mean, when you can line up and call plays and not worry about who's in the game, and you have your full menu, and they're two of your best players on offense. I mean, these guys need to touch the ball. I mean, that's one of the things I focus on during the game. Make sure these guys get touches.
He said he focused on what? Let me make sure I heard that right.
In the game, make sure these guys get touches.
So, you do what now?
And they're two of your best, players on offense. I mean, these guys need to touch the ball. I mean, that's one of the things I focus on during the game. Make sure these guys get touches.
So last year, I don't want to do Kellen like that. If you install it, you go call it, buddy. This year, he like, nah. We got to make sure you stand in line. So I told y'all I was going to explain to you the why. Because, see, they looking at only the what. We running 58% of the time on first down. Is that too predictable? Why? It's because now you got Mike McCarthy pulling that dog by his chain. That whenever he try to get too pass happy, now Mike McCarthy got the Waffle House play call sheet, and he looking at the attempts of Zeke and Pollard, and he making sure that dog stay in line. Because it's major dysfunction. And that's what that article didn't put together. There's a dysfunction in Dallas. Your head coach don't like option routes. Your OC run a crazy amount of option routes. Your head coach wants to run the ball. Your OC wants to pass the ball. I ain't making that up. Kellen Moore said that himself. He said everything in me wanted to pass the ball the first time we played Washington. I ain't making it up. He said that. Yeah, he said that. Yeah. Hold on, here it is.
Earlier in your play calling career, were you as persistent with the run when you're kind of beating your head against the wall like that?
Everything inside of me wanted to throw the football the entire Sunday. So, but you learn, you grow.
Yeah, boss making it up. I told you this dude's a crack addict, man. He's addicted to passing. And this is when we was winning with Cooper Rush by running the ball. Listen again.
Earlier in your play calling career, were you as persistent with the run when you're kind of beating your head against the wall like that?
Everything inside of me wanted to throw the football the entire Sunday. So, but you learn, you grow. I think it's.
Boy, this sad. This sad. And this is exactly why I'm calling it dangerous. Danger. Shoot. Man, what that alarm button? Let me hit that. No, I don't want us passing them on first down, especially against Tampa. We already showed you with Tampa that we was winning, especially on first down when we was keeping that ball on the ground. I already showed y'all that Kellen Moore wants to pass the ball. The only reason he not is because Mike McCarthy said himself, I spend most of my time making sure Zeke and Pollard get their touches. So during the game, when everybody want to be like, Kellen Moore, he has been running the ball though, boss. Hey, boss, you kind of need to get off his back a little bit because, Kellen Moore has been running the ball. See, I pay attention. I know why. It's not just the what, it's the why. It's the why. It's because this year is different than last year. See, last year, Kellen Moore had no check. Mike McCarthy gave him free reign to run his system. And he said, if you call it, or if you install it, you go call it. This year, he like, hey boy, nah, I see you the type that get out of whack. You get too far out of whack, so.
They're going in, so we was able to attack it.
Let me see. Let me play this again.
Last year we learned that they really wasn't going to commit to the run game, and the runs that they did, they was going to try to get outside and not run into the interior. But most of the running game was quick game. A lot of curls, a lot of hitches, a lot of slants and stuff. So we kind of knew that going in, so we was able to attack it.
Yeah. So that's why Mike McCarthy is pulling him by his neck. That's what started this right here. And that's when, after that game, is when Mike McCarthy finally got the freedom to pull that dog. So, I am sending this to all of those guys. I am. I'm sending it to Bobby Belt. I'm sending it to Shan, RJ. I'm sending it to G-Bag, Brian Brothers. I'm not going to ask y'all to do it. I'm doing it. It's like I said, this ain't to say I'm smarter. This ain't none of that. I sense danger with this idea. It's dangerous. This is flirting with a 30% chance of winning versus a 70% chance. When we run the ball 30 plus times, this year and last year, the analytics say we win 70% of the time. It don't matter if Dak throw for 500 yards. Whenever we start getting too pass happy, we can lose against anybody. We just showed that with Washington. We showed that with the Texans. We showed that with the Colts. We was beating the dog snot out of the Jags until we stopped running the ball. We start throwing in the second half. We got pass happy. They came back. You can go look at the play-by-play yourself. So, the strategy, in my opinion, to beat Tampa. First, yes, you actually do want to run the ball a lot on first down. And you want to get behind Zeke. Zeke already showed you that he was in rhythm game 1. Let's see if he can get back in rhythm game 2. Where he go give Dak a whole bunch of manageable second and third downs, which helps your quarterback. You also, if you so afraid of Vita Vea, if you really want to know what really helped this team, is when you was actually throwing it to your running backs. See, if you want to go look at why we beat the dog snot out of Minnesota, it wasn't just the fact that we was running the ball. It was also we was throwing it to those dudes. When is Kellen Moore go figure out to treat his athletes and his dogs like dogs, instead of treating them like they expendable tools that he don't need? See, in Kellen Moore's mind, it's no stars. There's no stars. My system will get it done. Now, Kellen, you need stars. And you would do better to prioritize the best of your offense. Why would anybody be lobbying for CeeDee Lamb, who getting a bunch of doubles now? Not saying he can't do it. And I do know you're supposed to target him first. He a true bona fide number 1. But he a new number 1. Gallup? Y'all know he not the same. But yet y'all want our quarterback to be throwing on first down to somebody coming off a new ACL surgery. We done tested multiple times if Noah Brown could become that guy in the clutch, and we know the answer. He a good 3rd or 14 receiver. You reaching when you start trying to make him the number 2. No, I don't want you throwing to this on first down. I'm just being honest.
Oh, hell no!
T.Y., he could be a solid number 2. But do you want to put emphasis on a guy that only know your playbook for 3 weeks? Kellen, let's quit playing. Go with your dogs. And for all the people that's preaching the doctrine of passing on first down, I say this with all respect, it's very dangerous. Very. Even Shan and RJ said last year, Remember last year when Dak was the front runner to win MVP? Guess which team led the whole league in rushing attempts? Guess. If you guessed it was Dallas, you was right. So when Dak went on that 6-1 run, and his name was being called like Hurts is being called now, it was on the backs of these two and that offensive line. And Kellen abandoned it. He really did. He abandoned it. And I remember Brian Broaddus kept asking, what happened the second half of the season? What happened? And I sent it to him. I said, we stopped running behind Steele. We was killing everybody when we was running behind Steele and Zach Martin. We was literally unstoppable. Unstoppable. We was rolling teams. We rolled the Chargers. I mean, so, hey, I ain't taking no calls, y'all. I said I was gonna take some calls. It's too late. It's 2 a.m. But I'm gonna conclude this. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this thing up to all them dudes that I said I'm gonna send this to. And we gonna make our voice matter. You know? Because see, we too close to the playoffs for me to be passive. See, last year, when I knew Steele was the better right tackle, I wasn't aggressive enough. Yeah, I was saying that on this channel. Yeah, I would argue with nobodies on Twitter. I had me a little beef with another content creator. That wasn't nothing. That didn't move no needles. Nah. You take this type of stuff to the decision makers. You take this type of stuff to the people who actually speaking with the megaphone. Who actually saying we need to throw them on first down. And I want y'all to listen to this whole presentation and tell me if I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, I'll go away and won't talk nothing about it. But if I'm right, change the doctrine. And start saying what's the real formula to help us win this championship. And to me, and from my research and what the evidence says, is that this team is much better historically, not even just lately. If you look at the history of the Dallas Cowboys, when any running back, tandem, or whatever, got over 30 touches, we won those games 70% of times throughout our whole history. Whether it was Emmitt, Dorsett, Felix Jones, Barber. So why would we go with 30%? 30% chance of winning if you want Dak to throw it on first down. I'll take a call, man. One of y'all asking to take a call, bro. I'm gonna take one call because I'm actually tired. But I'm gonna take one call, man. I see some of y'all asking to get on this phone. So let's y'all been sitting here listening. Y'all up at 2 a.m. So I got the phone lines open, man. Let's go. I got the phone lines open. Let me throw this number up here. Give me 1 second. All right, so I got the phone lines open now. All right, so y'all go ahead and call on in. I ain't gonna take too many of these calls, and don't do me a favor. Don't talk too much, cause I gotta get up early. But I got the phone lines open, man. So if y'all want to call on in, call on in. Hold on real quick. All right. I ain't gonna give you too long though, big dog. So the number's 210-9. Okay, there it is. Yo. Boss Cowboy Sports. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
All right, something might be going on my phones, y'all. So if you call in and you can't hear me, just start talking. All right, because you might not be able to hear me. But if I answer the phone, go ahead and start talking, because then I'm getting ready to get off. And I'm gonna send this over to them guys. The number's here it is. Boss Cowboy Sports. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's going on, boss?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, man. This is somewhat detrimental to the season when I talk about how the fans. It's the fans, man. I really get tired of the fans, bro. I watched Law Nation's shows, Botches, You, Sky. I watch all you guys. The one thing in common that all you guys spread throughout the whole Cowboys land is how much the fan base is so out of tune with being there for their team. Because trust me, I feel you guys when it comes to fighting Cowboys fans more than you fight Philadelphia fans, Giants fans, and Washington fans. And I live in New Jersey, bro. I'm in the middle of all of them. So, I got to hear it from every last single fan base in those. And when we do what we did, especially with Washington, Texans, Green Bay, things like that, I hear it all day, bro. I'm in the middle. Like, you got people that live in Philadelphia that's Cowboy fans. They in the middle of that. You got people I'm in New Jersey. I got Cowboy fans, Jets fans, Giants fans, and Washington fans out here, man. But I see your logic in how you say that Kellen Moore needs to pick up and run the ball. But just don't run the ball. Run the ball with intent. You know what I mean? When you run the ball with intent, you scheme how you can run the ball against the other defense. Now, if they're a good defense, like when we played Washington, wasn't this a good time to figure out a scheme against a good defensive front? Yes, it should have been, but we didn't see that. Tony Pollard got 7 freaking carries. Zeke was getting he averaged 2.9 yards a carry, and it just went to the air.
Yep.
I understand that, but come on, man. I just want them to be able to have a balanced game to the point. Now, you can look at the numbers after the fact of the game and be like, well, they did run the ball enough, but did you do it in the moments that you should have? It only balanced out because you had to throw the ball.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I see how you put your glasses on. You had to throw the ball. He said, boy, goddamn. He had to put the glasses on. He had to think a little bit. But, yeah, run the ball when you're supposed to run the ball and throw the ball when necessary. That's the secret sauce.
Yeah, that's the formula. Yeah, it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. I know you're late, but I just wanted to put that out there, and I just hope that they do that in this playoff game against Tom Brady, because when you have a good quarterback like that, don't put it in his hands, man. The less you can have a good quarterback like that with the ball in their hands, the better. That's all.
Well said.
But, you know me, shout out to you, boss. I love you, bro.
Love you too,
Keep
bro.
doing what you're doing, and hopefully they can get this CB2 spot, put Rhodes out there. Honestly, I'd rather have Rhodes out there just like I would want T.Y. out there over Gallup. But that's all I'm doing.
No, that's good,
That's
bro.
all.
I'll address it. Before I get up out of here, man. I said I was going to take that call.
So what's your thoughts on that, though? And I'll hang up and listen.
Okay. All right, so my brother talked about two things. He talked about the fans and the agitation of the fans. Yeah, I strongly agree with that. It's a shame right now. They did a poll on the fan, and they say 50% of the fans feel like we go lose. That's crazy. we so scary right now. We have literally become the bag-headed Saints fans from back in the day. And all the stuff that we say don't make sense. Like we say, it's been 27 years. What they got to do with Mike McCarthy? Have you been with Mike McCarthy for 27 years? That's not even logical. It's basically, I get it. We scorned, but see what's happening is we scorned and we taking it out on people that's like the new people that represent all those years of pain. And it's just pathetic. So I already told y'all, and I'm going to do this. When we beat Tampa, everybody go be Victory Tuesday. Let's talk about the victory. I'm going to be having a show called Petty Tuesday because our fans need to learn. And I'm being honest. Our fans need to learn loyalty. I'm embarrassed on how our fans act. I'm embarrassed. Like Philly know Hurts ain't right. They know that AC joint ain't right. But you not seeing them tear down their team, even though their chances are obviously way less with him not playing and rusty and injured. You don't even see Philly turn down their own people. But Cowboy Nation, we the best at turning down our own people. I said today, and I apologize for it. My boy D.A. Lee put out a post about Kellen Moore getting fired. And I shared it. And I said, yep, he did say fired. And I got called out. A dude said, we talking about that right now? And I was like, you know what, you're right. This ain't the right time to be talking about firing Kellen Moore. Let me have that conversation if he don't run the ball Monday. Let me have that conversation if he don't throw it to those backs Monday. Let me have that conversation if he don't know how to close out games. But this ain't the time. And I apologize. I said it's the wrong time for me to be talking about him being fired. I was guilty of what I hated. You know what I'm saying? And so I reverse. But a lot of y'all ain't reverse course. Y'all still on course. Y'all still preaching we're going to lose Monday. And you saying it with pride. And this is the thing I don't like about them type of Cowboy fans. Y'all are trying to ruin the Cowboy fans' joy that believe. So why would I let you ride and enjoy this whole ride to the Super Bowl when you tried to piss on my first week? You can be the bigger man, but I'm not. I'm not going to be the bigger man. I'm not. I got to go at y'all. I got to go at all of you Cowboy fans who declared we're getting ready to lose. You didn't say if we play like we played with Washington, we going to lose. You ain't say that. Because I would have accepted that. Nah, you said we getting ready to. And you saying it while wearing this star. How you gonna wear this star? And see, let me tell you, this is what made me determined to attack those type of the Cowboy fans. Because I did a video where I was telling everybody to lock in. You know, I was saying, listen, y'all.
If we locked in, switching up.
I said, if we locked in, this ain't the time to switch up. I said, I ain't telling you how to fan. But even if you thinking it, don't say it. One dude went into my comments and he was like, Boss Cowboy is fraud for believing we go win. I said, ooh. And see, when you say something like that, and I talked about my mama in that video, I want y'all to understand, it's my mama that taught me how to have optimism. Okay? So, I used to watch the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s. And I enjoyed it. And my mom used to always look at me with a twinkle in her eye. And she used to always say, I know you just enjoyed that. I know that was awesome, what you just saw. But I'm telling you, and I'm not lying to you, son, what I experienced with Staubach and the miracles that they used to pull off, she used to always say they would be down sometime by 3 touchdowns. Look like it's impossible for them to win with like 4 minutes left, and they would come back. And they did it almost every year, son. And she would be smiling from ear to ear. And you got the nerve to come in my chat and basically say that I'm capping while I'm talking about my mama? You don't think I'm finna get up on your ass, boy?
If we locked in, switching up.
Sleeping on me now, cooking your neck.
You sleeping on me, boy. Let's go put a crook in your neck.
Sleeping on me now, cooking your neck.
You messed up, bro. You shouldn't have did that. So I'm gonna be petty on Tuesday. I screenshotted that dude. I'm coming right at him and everybody else. I'm coming right at them dude. I'm gonna make you take off your star. You ain't gonna have your star around me. You not welcome back to my channel. You ain't gonna call me fake while I'm talking about my mama. Nope. Because see, this star is more than just the Cowboys to some of us. This is generational stuff to us. You ain't gonna play with my family. I'm gonna just tell you that. You ain't gonna call me fraud when I'm talking about my mama. So yeah, to answer my boy question that's listening, yeah, I'm not gonna be like these other content creators that's gonna just look over it. Nah, I'm coming right at y'all. I'm gonna make y'all hate that you pissed on your own team. I'm gonna make you go to another team. That's how bad I'm gonna go off on y'all. So y'all just get ready. Y'all get ready. I'm coming. So, on the last thing that he talked about, because he talked about the fans, and he also talked about, what else he talked about? He said the fans was getting on his nerves. I can't remember that second part, bro. My bag is late. My bad. But man, I'm finna get on out of here, man. I gotta clip this stuff up and send this on up to the decision makers. Try to get them to change their tune a little bit. I don't want nobody of influence. I don't want Jerry or Steven listening and like, oh yeah, let's give Kellen Moore some crack. It could happen. Now, I think Jerry and Steven, they pretty much know the importance of the run game. I really do think that they understand football, but I don't like the fact that they seem like they are very locked in on Kellen Moore. I just sense danger in that whole talk. I sense danger in it. I sense danger in trying to push a narrative like we got to throw it more on first. I feel like that's putting too much on Dak. I think that's unbalanced. I think it's going to lead to more quota running versus smart play calling. It's going to lead to here it is, get it out the way, get it off your damn call sheet. Like Mike McCarthy said, it's not going to lead to a real commitment of trying to do what's smart and what's intelligent and what's going to really rest your defense. It's going to just be too crazy. So I'm committed to this, y'all. And thank y'all for even sitting back with me, because I worked maybe 14 hours today. I worked a crazy amount of hours today. But I still knew, I said, I got to get this out today. I'm not going to wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow might be too late. I'm going to finish this now. I'm going to send it now. I'm going to tag all of them now. Because I know how important this moment is. And I honestly just felt like we didn't put in all this work to expose the risk of Kellen Moore to our championship, to let sleep be the reason you don't put the message out there on what we need to do to win. So I'm willing to work the overtime because I know my voice matter, and I'm gonna make it matter on this one. It's just too important. Now, it might piss some of them off. I don't mean to piss y'all off. I'm not trying to piss you off. but I really believe that it's risky what y'all saying. I'm not trying to be in the media, so I'm not sucking up to nobody either. You know, I'm not trying to get a job. I'm not trying to get on the Fan. I'm not trying to get on ESPN. I already know YouTube money and Facebook money and Instagram money and all that money is actually a lot of times better money. So I'm committed to what I do on the long run. I don't care about getting no job with nobody. So I'm going to just say what I really believe is going to help us win, and I don't owe nobody nothing. You know, and I'm cool with that. I really believe in the power of this type of vehicle and social media, that you can become so influential to where the media jobs become too far underneath you in terms of pay grade. Just keeping it real. You know, that's not insulting anybody that's in the media or want to get in the media. That ain't my lane. Just being honest, it's not my lane. I'm an entrepreneur. I got an entrepreneurship degree. I got a finance degree. I got an economics degree. So me looking at this long term, looking at this financially, it's way better to do the way that I'm doing it than to suck up to somebody. So I'm independent. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to stay real. And I'm going to do my part to try to help us win this championship. And y'all do y'all part too. Make sure y'all hit that like before y'all get up out of here. It's probably only about 5 people watching because it's 2 in the morning. This is crazy. I ain't never did no show to 2 in the morning and started at 12. But, okay, Jimmy. Appreciate that, Jimmy. I ain't never did no show to 2 in the morning. But this one was just too important. So make sure y'all hit that like, man. Make sure y'all share this. I'm going to share this with myself, though. I'm going to share this with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Trey say, man, if we locked in, it really, honestly, ain't no switching up, bro. It's none. No switching up. None. You got to stay locked in. Let's go and just put this information out there. Let's do what we got to do, man, to win this 6. Feel me?
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
Yeah, let's stay locked in. Let's put in this work, and let's enjoy this win. Let's get it.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Ooh, boy says 349. Man, 348 in Virginia. That's what's up. Thank y'all for rocking on the late night.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
Run it up, run it up.
Yeah.
Huh. Another one.
Let's go.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
That's right.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.